gracious, I almost couldn't find my freaking BGM. What's going on, everybody? Today's solo stream, as I've kind of talked about a little bit in both Twitter posts and the stream ping. You see, I'm really trying to be a little bit more proactive about stuff like that. Usually, I sort of just started stream and it was just like, all right, well, whoever shows up shows up. But I figure that, you know what, if I'm gonna be in a million other Discords that use the ping system, I might as well do the same thing. So today we are talking about the USS Enterprise. Not necessarily the original Enterprise, but at least the only one that matters as far as war history goes. That is the 6th aircraft carrier made by the United States Navy. USS Enterprise has a long and storied history, all neatly compacted into a chaotic set of, well, I guess about 10 years. So why don't we start with, start with this. Okay. You know, I realized that I made a mistake when I didn't put this up ahead of time. Oh gosh darn it. Okay. Looks like we can't do that. Alright, so in that case, we're gonna start this way. Is this for them? Nope, that's not it. Let's get rid of that before I make the same mistake a second time. Okay, here we are. So, Enterprise, as she exists in Azure Lane, works pretty much the same way as most other American carriers. Here we have like a pretty standard ranged weapon, and then the flight deck as a singular object as part of her rigging, and we don't really see much else. Also, this bow is massive. It is larger than she is. Which makes it completely unusable by like literally anybody, but that's okay. None of that matters because look at this right here. This is excellent. All right, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, this is the only thing that really matters. I don't know about putting belt buckles at the end of thigh highs. Oh boy, what's up, Kiwi? But this is good. You know, if anybody ever was going to cosplay Enterprise, this is the most important thing you could do. You don't really need anything else. Those sleeveless button-ups, also pretty good. And this gigantic, obnoxious jacket. What else is there to really talk about here? Oh, actually, it's kind of funny. As I was doing research, I thought that this EN was like totally weird, because usually at the end of American carriers is the number, and Enterprise is no different. Usually it would say 06, but apparently at some point, either when she was built or after she got refit, it said EN afterwards on both sides of the carrier. So I'm not really sure when that happened, but it's accurate. Of course, here we see her Helldivers and all that good stuff, and god damn, God bless America with eagles. But Enterprise is basically the main character as far as the American nation in Azure Lane goes, and overall as a waifu, she's okay. Big points for long silver hair. The violet eyes are nice for an offset. I like a proper uniform. I just wish she matched her sisters Yorktown and Hornet a little bit more. Specifically Yorktown, the older sibling. The skirt's pretty nice here. I don't like this bow. It changes size almost every time you see it too. But ultimately, not bad. Her personality is kind of the I'm strong because I have to be and nobody can help me because I'm an edgy main character. It's pretty obnoxious, and I don't think it's really all that great, but it's at least somewhat accurate. You see, during the Second World War, Enterprise had the most battle stars of any American ship, period. ranging out or maxing out at 20. The next closest would be the USS San Diego light cruiser, or sorry, the USS light cruiser San Diego, at 18 battle stars. Yeah, we're talking about boats. It's my favorite topic. Boats and waifus. But yeah, there was a common saying, and even posters hung up inside the aircraft carrier itself, to raise morale, that said, the Imperial Japanese Navy versus Enterprise. Following the attack of Pearl Harbor and various other actions at sea, Enterprise was one of the only capital ships in the Pacific Ocean under the command of the United States Navy, basically making her the first and last line of defense. She got hurt a lot, and managed to kind of make it through each time, often giving her the name Grey Ghost by the Imperial Japanese Navy, on account of the fact that they claimed her to be sunk 3 different times and she just wasn't. This isn't just like some crazy anime nonsense either. Not only did this actually happen, but it really speaks about the damage control crews aboard the Yorktown class carriers, because USS Yorktown herself was present at the Battle of Midway when she really shouldn't have been, having a very legendary turnaround time of a bomb being a huge hole in her flight deck, kind of around the front elevator here, being fixed in a miraculous 3 days. It's such a shame that she sunk shortly thereafterwards, but nevertheless, Enterprise herself is one of a handful of ships to have actually survived the war. Let's see. I'll go ahead and read the Wikipedia description here. USS Enterprise, CV-6, which, by the way, CV stands for Carrier Vehicle, was a Yorktown-class carrier built for the United States Navy during the 1930s. She was the 7th U.S. Navy vessel at that of the name. Colloquially called the Big E, she was the 6th aircraft carrier of the United States Navy. Launched in 1936, she was one of 3 American aircraft carriers commissioned before the Second World War to survive the war, the others being Saratoga and Ranger, both of whom are of different classes. She participated in more major actions of the war against Japan other than any other United States vessel. This includes the attack on Pearl Harbor. Good gracious, I cannot talk. 18 of her Dauntless dive bombers arrived over Pearl Harbor during the attack, making her the only American aircraft carrier with men at Pearl Harbor to sustain casualties. She was also present at the Battle of Midway, where she made her most legendary action of having discovered the aircraft carriers Kaga Akagi, Soryu, and Hiryu refueling while their planes were on their decks, and after a few bombs dropped on them, made a decisive battle and decisive victory in an otherwise very, very bloody battle. She was also at the Battle of the Eastern Solomons, the Battle of Santa Cruz Islands, the Guadalcanal campaign, which was also a huge nightmare, the Battle of Philippine Sea, and the final battle of the battleship era, the Battle of Leyte Gulf. Really, Enterprise was there for the very start of the Second World War and the very end of it as far as the Americans were concerned. The only major action she didn't participate in that the U.S. Navy was at was D-Day, which makes her the most decorated U.S. ship of World War II. She's almost one of the most decorated ships of all time. Unfortunately, she's just not floating anymore. She was sold for scrap. But that is a brief history of the USS Enterprise, and also kind of a glimpse at how she appears in Azure Lane. But now let's switch over to here. Blah. Good gracious. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I have like multiple different scenes for this stuff. So, Enterprise, as she exists in World of Warships, is most closest to how she existed throughout most of her battles. She, like all of her sisters, carried only a handful of aircraft since around the beginning of the war. The idea of folding wings on aircraft hadn't really been thought of yet, or even if it had been thought of, it wasn't in place. So let's go back over here. There we are. I'm not sure if this camo was actually applied to her. It's more likely that she looked a little bit closer. Well, maybe this is right. I'm not too sure. It's really hard to establish because obviously we only have like black and white photos, but this is probably accurate. So you can see earlier, or actually, let me do it this way. There we go. American aircraft carriers did not, or were not built with the intention to take a lot of hits, unlike the British counterparts, and I guess the one German counterpart that technically counted. And even against many of the Japanese, the American aircraft carriers did not have a whole lot of armor, with the heaviest portion being the actual hangar and, of course, the citadel protection at about 40 millimeters. But the deck armor was 25. It was almost 20 and 25 all around. Actually, in characters, better designs than Ken call it. Yeah, I think Azure Lane does a way better job about looking at characters and designing them in a way that makes sense. I really, really appreciate that even if you don't immediately recognize a ship, you can look at their rigging and understand generally what nation they come from. I'm a big, big fan of Azure Lane's consistency when it comes to stuff like that. And you can always tell which ships are related to each other because they wear the same uniforms, usually just in different ways. But yeah, so Enterprise, much like all of her sisters and most aircraft carriers before the Essex classes, and even a little bit after them, did not hold a lot of armor, and there is a point of contention among a few people that kind of discuss the pros and cons of having an armored flight deck or an armored carrier versus an unarmored carrier. And it basically falls down to the theaters in which they played in. Of course, in the Pacific Ocean, things were a lot calmer than the Atlantic Ocean. And so your carriers didn't have to get close enough to the battle to actually get hit by things. So the Americans always focused on aircraft capacity rather than anything else, which allowed them to make more strikes faster and hopefully destroy the opponent before the opponent gets to them. And this was not really the best tactic at the start of the war. Up until, I guess, the Battle of the Philippine Sea and Midway, there wasn't really a clear indication that the United States was winning any major naval engagement. They either had a tactical victory where they shot down more planes of the Japanese in exchange for a few of theirs, but they were always like either barely making it even or falling behind the Japanese Navy. Again, up until Midway happened. But there is a separate stream and video to be talked about with Midway. Here in World of Warships, carrier vehicles, or CVs, are a equally contentious topic. You see, in WoWs, they don't count things like ammunition for most of the surface ships, and so the same thing kind of counts for aircraft carriers. They don't run out of planes. So the only indication of how strong a carrier is how many planes they have at any given time. And we have three major types of aircraft. We have rocket planes, which aren't really historically accurate. Oh, I didn't have a thing here. I guess we'll do it this one. Hot waifu. Hell yeah, dude. So our rocket planes are what ruin everybody's day. Torpedo planes are alright, and the dive bombers are a lot of fun. So we're gonna go ahead and do a few of these and kind of chat about CVs in general and specifically Enterprise, and we'll see if we can get a fun little excursion where where we teach the dirty destroyers that they shouldn't have queued up today. What's up, Liddy? chilling the most. Yeah, I kind of went through the history part a little bit faster than I thought I would. I guess, like, maybe it would be worth going into the specific actions in combat, though, man, that would take so long. There are many, 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 many videos about Midway. There's actually 2 movies about it, too. The most recent of them I had the opportunity to see, and I thought it was pretty good. Though the CG model they use for the Enterprise is very clearly not very good, and so they go out of their way to not show the ship as a whole if they can ever avoid it. And I'm really kind of frustrated that they didn't show the outcome of Midway. They only showed the main combat action, and that was about the end of the movie. Though, conversely, the start of the movie did a very, very good job introducing the Japanese commanders and the peace talks they had before the start of the Second World War. And they also showed a very, very good rendition of the attack on Pearl Harbor. So if you ever get a chance to watch the most recent Midway movie and this kind of stuff interests you, I actually recommend you do so. I mean, obviously there is, like, you know, a classic Hollywood love story, but it's not terrible. It doesn't really get in the way. And it really shows a lot about how the Admiralty and like commanders of various forces during the Second World War really didn't have much of an idea of what was going on up until it was too late. Communication was not nearly as good as people might think it would have been less than 200 or less than 100 years ago. Seriously, a lot of the Second World War's major naval actions happened usually because people disobeyed those orders, or otherwise just assumed that they had a better idea than not. Sometimes this worked out well, oftentimes it didn't. There is more than one story during the same battle at the Guadalcanal campaign where commanders of both the American and Japanese ships were like eyeballing their gunnery shots because they thought radar guided shell firing was not to be trusted. Which, if you think about it, doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Imagine if somebody had, like, you know, we have missiles, right, everywhere. We have a bunch of real scary missiles scattered all across the world between various nations. Imagine if they just had to eyeball it, right? You just looked at a globe and be like, yeah, aim it here-ish. We'll just fly up in a plane and then use a walkie-talkie to tell you if you hit your target. All right, so what do we got here? So my job here is to act as the eyes for my team, because we only have one destroyer on each team. And I need to find this Fletcher and ruin his day. Of course, the enemy Shokaku is going to do the same for our Tashkent. Both of these cruisers have very good anti-air. This battleship has very good anti-air. This battleship has decent anti-air. You know, earlier today, World of Warships had an update that upgraded its graphics. I gotta say, the balance in this game is pretty questionable, but damn, it looks good. This guy's gonna drop fighters right on top of me. No, he's not. It's interesting. So kind of like I said before, the main strength of aircraft carriers in WoWs is determining how much aircraft you have at any given time, which means I don't really want to get them shot down while trying to figure out where their team is going. Of course, the enemy Shokaku is thinking the same thing. Oh, hey, there he is. Well, we found most of their team, but I'm just missing their destroyer, and it looks like I actually passed over him. Since there's not really a good way for me to get back to him, I might as well just deal some damage. Nice. Alrighty. So what I'm doing is I'm forcing my aircraft to go back to the carrier early so that I can have more. You can see kind of down here next to my shoulder is the list of total aircraft that I have. Oh, there he is. Just a glancing blow. I don't know if I can get another one off. Nah. So right now, our team appears to be pushing this right side here, so I guess I'll go up and around. Try not to get caught. Oh my god, I found him again. This guy's real unlucky that he had his AA turned on. Because if he didn't, I would have passed over him. Oh yeah, he's having a lot of fun. God. Oh, that's disgusting. Alright. We have other things to worry about too. You can kind of see above me, our team holds more of the capture points than the enemy. We need to hang on to that as much as possible. Their team is pushing in kind of the same direction that we are, though they're a lot more scattered. So what I want to do is punish ships that get too close. And this Iowa is going to be the first one to figure that out. He's going to shoot down all of my dive bombers. It's alright. If I can get a good hit in. Not ideal, but that's all I'll get out of those guys. Okay, let's see. I think our Pommern here is going to die before he does anything useful. I'd like to get a trade kill on Iowa, but it's probably not happening. Man, those fighters are still here. That sucks. But I can't not go for this. Because that Fletcher's smoke screen is going to expire here pretty soon. Ooh, a flood. Let's see if I can get another one. Alright, so now we go destroyer hunting. Not enough fun. There you go. Meant to dive forward. It's so unlucky because the Pommern is a really good ship, especially in the current state of how everything works out. It's just these guys are pushing too far, and they don't have any backup, so they're just kind of dying for no reason. Speaking of dying for no reason, I'm willing to bet that Fletcher is... Oh, here he is. There he goes. He's going to creep forward right here, I think. Nope. Wow, he backed up. What a chat. Alright. That sucks. Russians it is. Actually, I don't think I can make it to him. Oh, I thought it set a fire. See the widest rocket spread possible. Yeah, I really honestly thought that he'd do something else. Also, I need to get out of here. Alaska is functionally immune to damage. So that's a little problematic. His citadel's too far in the water. I don't think my dive bombers can hit him. But that's where their whole team is. So if our Bismarck is like a remotely good shot, all I have to do is keep track of Fletcher. Actually, I can kind of just throw these guys away. Pommern, Tirpitz, Alaska. We'll go for Pommern. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna lay down those fighters. I mean, yeah, I get throwing it into the superstructure, but Alaska's too freaking big. I don't believe I can hit him very well. I'll either get a ton of... Oh, okay. This kind of sucks. This guy is right over here. Yeah. Just... The Shokaku's fighters are going to eat up the remainder of these but yeah, it's not looking good. But I don't think it's totally useless. It's interesting that Fletcher can see me as a CV, but not my planes until quite a bit later. Not really sure whose idea that was, but... Oh, there he is. Trying to see if I can fake him out a little bit. Looks like I can. Yeah, I'm lucky. There we go. Now if our Tashkent manages to live, we can actually come back from this. He just needs to sink Alaska and not die to Shokaku. Of course, it's basically what's happening to their Fletcher too. I have no fighters. Can't really help you, Chief. At least not yet. Oh, you fucked up. Should have just gone straight forward. Okay, if we can set fires on Alaska, we'll be in pretty good shape. Oh, that sucks. Yep. Where's my buffalo? Why was he not... Oh, he did sink Alaska. Very good. He sure did have a fun and engaging gameplay experience. I'm sure he can't wait to go into the next battle and do it again. Oh, there goes Buffalo. This isn't really ideal, but... I should be able to solo kill this Turbids. I screwed that one up too. Oh, never mind. This Worm Gaming decided that I didn't actually mess up. Okay. I can't really move from here. Ah, that's unlucky. Wait, we had a hipper? I didn't even know. Well, that's that then. Damn. Yeah, pretty unlucky all the way around. If both of our Pomerans had just been patient enough to wait for the rest of our team to collapse on top of them, would have been better, but... I think it's the same Shokaku. I before I went into the stream, I decided to get a bunch of games out of the way, just in case I just chain lost on stream. So I got all of my rewards ahead of time. And I fought the same Lexington player 4 times in a row. It was actually pretty intense. I might show a replay or upload a replay later. Oh, also, for those curious, the captain that's voicing the various commands on my end is actually the voice of Enterprise from Azure Lane. Because, of course, I had to do it to him. Yeah, I'll get to it. First, I need to figure out where their team is. Oh, doesn't it suck to be you? Kick. Okay. Not sure why my man here is smoking up so far away from the cap circle. Oh, I guess they have a radar. But like, look at this. Come on, man. And watch, Kitakaze is gonna go straight forward. Oh, I didn't mean to take all of my fighters here, but oh well. Oh, there he is. Oh, I screwed that up. But he just stopped. Oh, no, he didn't. He did go out of his smoke screen, though. Yeah, good enough. Alright, what are we doing? Your Fletcher may be a window licker. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. But he's at least positioned well behind the island there. I wish that he would have moved a little bit forward to kill Kitakaze. But even holding on to the cap right there is pretty good, because the enemy's TV can't get really good angles except from one side of this hill. You know, I wonder if I can kill Kitakaze like this. It would be so funny if he ran into these trips. But I don't really imagine much. I'm gonna try and put a flood here. Should probably do something about that Ibuki, who's all alone over there. Actually, I'll go deal with that, like, right now. Since Kitakaze... See, this is a good smoke screen. Yeah... I did some other games as Hakuryu, and I'm kind of used to faster torpedoes. Yeah, I guess we just kill Ibuki and move that way. Our George is gonna die because he's way too close. He's literally charging like 5 members of the enemy team. You hate to see it. There's Georgia. Oh my god. I thought that the shells were gonna kill him. Whatever. I don't want to waste any more planes on this. Oh, right. He has repair party. Oh god. Now I'm the window licker. Yeah. I just screwed up real bad. I forgot that he had repair. And now he won't die. Alright. I won't make fun of my teammates anymore. Oh god. I was trying to BM him. Because I thought our Buffalo would get him. They're dug in there so hard. Yeah, Buffalo is a pretty easy kill. Why would you? Oh, Kikaze spots him. This is gonna be a nightmare. Alright. I don't actually think I can get through this, so I'm not going to try. Yeah. No, trust me, I definitely should have taken out the Ibuki. But yeah, I can't really do much about that right now. We're all too close together. Buffalo is a hilariously bad ship, but its AA is no joke. You know what, I'll just go ahead and start doing this now. Oh, there he is. Well, we win on points as long as we're just chilling. Yeah, I'm getting there. Though, you're a little late in asking for that. This guy's already dead. Watch, he's gonna complain about it. Try and get Fletcher away out here. I'm gonna ignore Buffalo for the time being. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that just happened. To be fair, he wasn't a Pommern. It was an Aegir. He was just a worse version. I think I have a good shot on Kita, even if, yeah, even with fighters. Just have to go around this way. Yeah. They definitely did. Oh, he just did. Okay. Well, I don't really need these anymore, but... Let's see... I guess the best I can do is set a fire here on Iowa. Pommern and Buffalo are under fighter cover. Actually, just be a huge waste. Damn. Pommern. It's TV. Yeah. You can already hear it in chat. Feels good to be flying the freedom colors. Damn, Shokaku. Imagine being out of planes. Imagine using tier 4 aircraft, or tier 6 aircraft in a tier 8 ship. Hello, Pommern. Nice turtleback. Oops. There we go. Turtleback, yeah. Oh wow, heavy cruiser is actually able to do heavy cruiser things. I just thought Buffalo got citadeled from every angle. Oh wait, he does. I hate the Buffalo. What an annoying ship. So I'm gonna play this stupid game again. I absolutely should. I didn't really do as well as I wanted to. I guess I did alright. Oh boy. Oh, another Enterprise. Ooh, Benson and Kitakaze. Benson is a real pain in the butt. He's got a million torps. Actually a pretty decent AA suite. Neptune is also very good. Kind of mad that we have an Ibuki. Probably take Osterjotland. AA is good, but its detection range is almost as bad as the freaking French, and it's what, half the speed. He's gonna drop fighters right on top of this cap. Yep, here it goes. I guess I'll do the same so I can get the plane shot down thing. Hey, there he is. Damn, didn't set a fire. Am I talking about it? Pretty much standard, and we're close to French or Russian. I'm pretty sure the Ootori has one of the worst in tier detections among destroyers. I haven't had a chance to play them, but I play against them quite often. This guy is going to be right here. Oh. I should have started that a little sooner. Yeah. There's a fire. Let's see if we can find Kitakaze. And then, so that my team has things they can shoot at. Do this. Base detect. Oh, there he is. Taking a guess that he's like right. Ah, whatever. Alrighty. Let's take these out. 7.62. Oh, well, I stand corrected. Yeah, I knew the Russians were bad. I knew the French were bad. Speaking of the French. I'm not really in a position to hit a Benson with AP bombs. I am in a position to make sure that my Benson doesn't get wrecked. No citadels. Actually surprised. Okay, now I need to start moving. What? There it is. There he goes. Now our Jean Bart is kind of stuck. It's not necessarily his fault because Vladivostok decided to go the long way around, so he was the only one that could shoot at Benson. Maybe if I can get Neptune out in the open. Where the heck did Neptune go? Oh, there he is. He's AFK. Well, I suppose I don't mind if I do. I'll just conserve the rest of these. As much as I would love to help the left side, I need to keep them from pushing too far since my two frontliners are here. Oh my god. That's not possible. You shouldn't be able to destroy Russian ships. That's illegal. Who's this Jean Bart thinks he is? Oh my god. This man's a beast. And I'm gonna steal the kill. Oh right, Neptune is still AFK. But might as well go for Georgia. Yeah. You know what? If I hadn't have gone for it, there is a chance that Alsace would have killed Jean Bart, and then it would be Ibuki all over again. I don't think these are gonna hit, but God, fine. Plus, he did say thank you to me. And there's our Z46. Yep. I'm not even gonna bother. Let's see if Kitakaze decides to move. Did they add the new German DDs? They added a new premium one. But not a whole line of them, no. They added the rest of the Italian battleships, though, and they're garbage. Actually, that's not entirely true. Their SAP is garbage, but the AP is pretty good. Just do this ahead of time. Eventually evolves into circling. Yeah, that's basically how it goes. Especially if you're in a situation like this. Like if you're on the enemy team and you're that Kitakaze, you're having the best time of your life. You know, usually I would be sympathetic to our Z46 for yelling at battleships being too far away because of the Deadeye skill, but he literally suicided to try and get Kitakaze and then died for it and blamed me. Alright, Enterprise. I'll eventually get there. there he is. I'll just fly in circles. I could pad my damage here. I don't really think it's worth it. Okay. Be more mobile. Yeah, I should be a lot riskier. I suffer a critical injury to the head because I typically play Germans. Oh my god, somebody apologized in chat. Let the record show that our suicidal DD actually just apologized because he realized his mistake. That's crazy. I've never seen that happen. Let's see if we can go for the 9 ones. Probably. So you will never screw up and get murked. Yeah. Definitely not the best time. I'm sure our Jean Bart is at the very top. Oh, I did better than I thought I did. We'll do 1 or 2 more, and then we'll probably wrap up. Yeah, practice that in ranked. Actually, I find that practicing things a lot in ranked is just a way better way to go about things. People at least take ranked a little bit more seriously than random battles. And I mean, I'm in Bronze League. It's not like, you know, I'm on an esports team. Obviously, I'm not going to try and troll my team on purpose, but... Oh, looks like one of the losers is home. I just don't like being yelled at as a coward. See, this is where I have a huge advantage. I play League of Legends a lot, and so being yelled at, especially as a support main, is just, you know, kind of a fact of life. So I don't really take anything that people say in chat very seriously. Hey, it's the same Ibuki that we had last time. This guy was pretty good. It's the same enemy CV too. Lightning. Is it... I'm pretty sure it's lightning that gets, like, the start of the British destroyer where they have, like, 1,000,000 charges of a very short smoke screen. I don't know if it's lightning or the one right after. Is the video game equivalent of the 1,000-yard stare? Well, yeah, and I'm also an MMO healer. Like, honestly... I don't think there's anything that could actually happen to me in WoWs where I'm just like, man. All British DDs have that. I see. Alaska, Georgia, Enterprise. Well, I can safely assume that Lightning is following the rest of his team towards Charlie. So I guess I might as well go look for him. I guess I'll try and find a nice cozy place. Here in a minute. Ooh, I almost ran into these. Actually, I guess I could put these down instead. I should have done that faster. Alright, Lightning. Let's see how much fun you're willing to have at a given time. Ooh, yikes. Oh my god, I still got him. Well, that helps to put our team ahead. I don't think I'll be able to get another one off. Ooh. No. Okay. Right, so I see Marco Polo going over there, so why don't we go and greet him. Yeah, set your fighters down first so I can shoot them down. Oh no, he shot mine down first. That sucks. Just gotta get these guys away from the cap circle. Oh, that was a bad spread, but their team is kind of evenly split. I don't really know what our Donskoy is doing, but I'm gonna trust that since this is the same Ibuki player as last time, he at least knows what he's doing. Now the two battleships are going to split up, which means that this guy should be alone or leading the Georgia. Oh, it's a Pommern. Okay. I thought that was the Marco Polo for some reason. Can you already tell that this guy's like ready to have fun? What is the spread, hello? A little bit better, but actually, can I like not do this? Yeah, better drop with one plane than with the whole squad. It's a little late for me to try and turn around. unless I can go, like, really far up this way. I was kind of hoping that our Georgia would be a little bit more proactive. Too hopeful, apparently. Well, with a little bit of luck, RNG, and hopefully good shooting by my teammates, this Pommer won't last very long. Wow. Most of those pens didn't actually deal any damage. Streamed 5 hours early. What do you mean? Just detonate the entire enemy team. Yeah, that's all it takes. Alright, let's do it this way. Oh, our destroyers are... okay. Or rather, our destroyer is dead. Alright, well, this is a fat L. So it doesn't entirely matter what happens now. I can't leave. I guess I might have enough clearance to do this, but it's like saying to win you have to be good. Yeah, imagine. Oof. Well, damn. Ouchies. Kind of hoping for my planes to land. I guess it's not happening. Oh. Ouchies. Well, this really didn't turn out all that well. And that's just unlucky. I should have paid more attention to the other side and been more proactive about finding lightning. Alright, we'll do one more. Benson, Benham, and Akizuki. No cruisers, though. That means the best AA on their team is that Georgia. Well, it's the enemy CV, but... Good morning! Or, well, I guess for me it's the middle of the afternoon. I don't think I've seen you around the stream. Yeah, this is very good matchmaking. Well, I feel bad for cruisers. Every battleship that can see them before they're in base detection range just one-shots them with the Deadeye buff. Destroyers are having a field day, especially Shimikazes, because battleships don't want destroyers to be spotted too close to them. That's something that I've been yelled at. Spotting destroyers too close to battleships. It's like they just want to get torpedoed. Unfortunately, I happen to need them alive rather than not. Well, I found you. Pro tip, if you're a destroyer, turn your AA off. Deadeye sure is great. Yeah, it is. Well, he burned his smoke really, really early. Hopefully RDDs don't quite do the same. That's not that bad. Hello. Should have turned the other way, but I guess this works. Oh, sweet, I already got reported. Well, I think I'd like to safely say I have earned my Benson kill here. Goodbye. Okay, let's go here. My goal is to hit the Frenchie there a few times, but that's a Benham if I ever saw it. Damn it. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, now I'm obligated to protect our Kitakaze, even though I really didn't want to. I cannot believe that two of our three destroyers actually just memed super hard. Alright, all of our DDs are dead. Okay, let's do it this way instead. Should have been a super easy battle. Hi, Mew. What the heck just hit me? This is not how I wanted this battle to end up. Oh, he's actually still in the smoke screen, I'm pretty sure. He's around here. Wouldn't make any sense for Akizuki to... Oh, there he is. He was still in his smoke screen. Wow, my man kind of gave up. Okay. Ooh, that was a good hit. Alright, well, crap, now I kinda wanna go over here. Yes. Two of my 3 DDs committed suicide, and then the third one, which I guess reported me, decided to get into a gunfight with Sovietsky Soyuz. That didn't really turn out very well for him. Oh, he's going backwards. Ah, yes. A perfectly straight target and no citadels. And his best in tier AA is just too good for me. I believe I have been outplayed. I imagine that our 2 remaining BBs are going to want to focus Georgia, so I guess I'll join them. I can't stop this bombing run, but I can prevent him from doing a second one. My man is going to outrun my torpedoes in reverse. Oh, never mind. He's going to take that one on the nose. Oh, he's not. He's too good. Actually, I should go hunting for Venom. This was not a very cash money game. A shame, a shame. Goodbye, Iowa. Yeah, if I had just dropped fighters at the very beginning of the game for our Kitakaze that only took about a quarter of his HP, surely that would have made all the difference. No whammies. Oh, I got nothing but whammies. I wonder if I can somehow sneak past the Sovietsky Soyuz. It'd be kind of funny. Nope. Ah, Kurushi. Yikes. Well, that's unlucky, but we'll go ahead and do this. Close out of this. And we will get this out of here. And we'll get ready to wrap up. So, for those of you who are interested in anything that happened today, be sure to check out channels such as the Mighty Jingles and Drakiniful, the former for World of Warships videos and commentary that's probably a little bit more interesting than my own, and then the latter for actual naval history, because it's a bunch of really cool stuff. I'd like to say better things about it, but yeah, we got pretty lame matchmaking, but honestly, who cares? We're just having a good time, and that's what matters. So, Beepus. I want to thank you all for coming out today, and I will see you all tomorrow. I believe it's Miyu's turn for the PizzaCast tomorrow. So be sure to check us out over on her Twitch. Yeah, and it'll be a good time. So till then, I'll say Ot Kagerou. Thank you for coming out. Hopefully we can do more gaming streams without me getting screwed every time. Yeet.